Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Gainz Gaming. I'm going to be sending this out into Facebook real quick. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's having a good Memorial Day. I just got back from the gym not too long ago. Hey, what's up, Adam? How you doing today? Yeah, that's good to hear. I'm doing pretty good. We're in the middle of Marauders. Or not Marauders, Marauder Forts, I should say. And last I checked, we overtook 1034. Let's see where we're at. Holy crap! Yeah, we're up 100 million points now. They did pass us up in the training stage, and looks like we finally caught them. So that's awesome. Hey, Only Farmer, what's up? I think this stream, should I put a goal up here? We are super close to 5,000 subscribers. So I know like putting up like I'm not sure how to put up like exactly like how many I'm away from 5,000. Like a live counter, I should say. But I think we will put up like a goal to hit 5,000 the stream. Let's see what I'm away right now. Last I checked, I was like 3,941, I believe. Let's go look. 4,942 subscribers currently. So that's going to be our goal for this stream. So make sure you guys share this with your friends so we can hit 5,000 subscribers in this stream. Yo, what's up, Rock Gamer? How you doing? I swear, you're in like every single live stream. I really appreciate the support, dude. You must have your post notifications on, because like you're like always one of the first ones to comment on a video. Like I'd say 9 times out of 10, you're probably one of the first 3 to comment, and you're always in live streams. I really appreciate it. The one annoying thing about Marauder encampments or forts is that they're just so hard to find. There we go. Right now I do have my farm account in my alliance, so I'm gonna be having to go back and forth between my farm account and my main account here. Castro, what's up, dude? How you doing? Gainz grinding the Marauders. Yes, I am. I've been grinding with my farm account. Yo, what's up, Josh? Yeah, I've been grinding with my farm account too. I have an expansion on there, so I get better trades. On my farm account, I get horrible trades. Because I have to use T5 on my main. Because this farm account is strong enough to kill it, but it's always just so close. Like I said, it's just so annoying trying to find these stupid things too. And like I'm like very far away from everybody. Like I'm in zone 2 right now. Use BlueStacks? BlueStacks never works for me. It's always like super laggy. And like the PC client does really well for me, but BlueStacks just never does good. I'm gonna turn the music here. There we go. Does the music sound okay now? I feel like it was a little loud there. Oh, right on the edge. Jeez, 50 kilometers away. Now I gotta go back to my main. Now this farm is what, 38 million power? I trained a little bit for pre-KVK as well on all my farm accounts. I think I trained like between 400 and 600,000 points maybe? I'm not entirely sure. I know I trained like whatever the bare minimum was for the training points. But yeah, I've been grinding on all my farm accounts. I've been doing Marauders on... Or I've been like clearing out the regular forts on my other farm accounts in order to spawn more Marauder encampments. I should be doing that. Maybe I'll do that on my phone here. That way you guys don't have to just watch me go back and forth between all my farm accounts. I think we've gotten like... We're very low on forts right now, which is kind of shocking. We were at like 30 plus at a time. And I think I've opened 7 or 8 of these today, which is just amazing. That gives me tons and tons of speed ups. So my 60 minutes over 7,000 now, which is crazy. 3,000 3 hours, then 732 8 hours. I used up like pretty much all my big speed ups during the training stage. I don't even know how many troops I trained. I trained quite a bit of troops. I think I trained like 4 million points. I don't know how many troops that came out to be. It was probably around 100 to 150,000. I think, yeah, it was like 2 million power. So it was at least 200,000 T5 that I trained. Mostly infantry and cavalry is what I trained, I believe. So that's where I'm sitting at with troops. I got some stuff to upgrade for bastions when we get into KVK, which is just over a day now. I'm excited to get in because I have Zhuge Lang, however you say it. I'm going to be waiting for more wheels to put more skills into him, but I'm going to be using him for barbarians, for AoE barbing for sure. So I'm going to see how many AoE barbs I can get, barbarian kills during this KVK. So I'm excited for that. It'll be cool to see how good he is at barbarian fort, or not barbarian forts, barbarians, because his AoE is just huge. Also, I gotta be careful that I don't get kicked out on my farm account, and that I keep on collecting from this one because I don't want to lose it on all the free AP pots I'm gonna get. Because I am definitely going AP positive during this for sure. I mean, I've already maxed out the 7,500 AP that you can get from like the weekly thing. Probably not my farm. Yeah, probably close on my farm now because I was doing this last night too. Let's see, how many barbarian forts have I killed on this thing? Coming in, I'm almost 170 on my farm account. I've been rallying barbarian forts on my farm accounts quite a bit. I should try to finish these up here too. I should have tried to finish this up during the training stage. It's a bummer. Because I still got some rewards. I don't know if it's really worth it though, because I'm not going to craft that. Hey, what's up, Alex? Hey bro, who to finish first? Boudica, Joan, or Zhuge? That's tough. What marches are you using right now? Because if you have like Nevsky expertise, and like say you have Joan, like if you have her like 5511 right now, I would maybe leave her there for now and get Zhuge Lang up. Also depends on where your Boudica is at too. Because if your Boudica is like, if you don't have anything invested into Boudica, I don't know if I would run Zhuge with YSG in the open field. Unless you're in a KVK where you can, you know, add like those different skills to your commander. Auxiliary skills. Which is the Siege of Orleans, which is what I'm going into here. Where you can like add different skills onto it. So like you can take like a skill from like Edward of Woodstock, and you know, add some march speed onto it. Like that would be really, really good if you could add that onto Zhuge YSG. Get that 30% extra march speed and 30% health. Like that would be huge. I'll probably be doing that in my Boudica for sure. Get this second skill in there. The downside though is that I only have him 5-3. Like I don't have, maybe do I have any archer? No, I don't. I was gonna say, it kind of sucks because I'm gonna be missing out on quite a bit of stats just because I don't have this second skill to level 5. I'm 5-3-1-1 instead of 5-5-1-1, which kind of sucks. But I'm not gonna put gold heads into him for, you know, 10% of stats there. Like I'm not gonna do that. Scipio Prime 5-1-1-1. mean, I don't know if I wouldn't leave him there for sure. Like, I would try to expertise him, but I mean, his kit is very, very good. Like, he is one of the best open field commanders in the games. I would recommend trying to expertise him. But, you know, starting with 5-1-1-1 is obviously the best way to start, but I would definitely not field him 5-1-1-1. Use 1 cav, 1 infantry, and 1 archer march. Boudica's 5-5-5-1. Nevsky's maxed, and Jonas 5-2-2-5. Okay. I mean, at least you have the last skill maxed out. That's really, really good. Yeah, I mean, how many gold heads do you have right now? Because if you have enough gold heads to get Joan's second skill up and get her 5-5-2-5, that would be really, really good. And then you could work on Zhuge. But I mean, otherwise, I don't know. Really depends on how many gold heads you have. If you have enough to get her to 5-5-2-5 and then invest into Zhuge, because Zhuge you can run at 5-5-1-1. Like, you don't need these last 2 skills. It's really good to get these last 2 skills, but you don't absolutely need them. So I would say as long as you can get him 5-5-1-1, that would be usable in the open field. I only have gold heads to work on 1 archer march, and I still have YSG maxed. So I don't know if I have to go for Boudica or Zhuge. Everyone said something else. It's tough if you only have YSG. I mean, like I said, if you do have, you know, like if you do have Zhuge already, I mean, you could run him at 5-5-1-1, like I said, and you could pair him with YSG until you get your Boudica up. But I don't know if I would, like, I don't know. It's hard for me to say to expertise Boudica before Zhuge, but Boudica Zhuge is a really, really good pairing. Do I have Cyrus the Great? I have him unlocked, but I don't use him. Where is he? He's somewhere around here. I have him for his 4th skill unlocked right here. So I have his 4th skill unlocked, so I have the circular AoE. So I can use him for AoE barbing if I wanted to. But I have not really used him. I think I've used him for some barbarians, but not a whole lot. Because he does have circular AoE with his last skill, which is really nice. You have around 700 gold heads? Oh, you have plenty of gold heads, man. I would first get Joan Prime, get her 2nd skill maxed out, and then I would go for Zhuge. So get her 5-5-2-5, because you already have her in a really good spot. So get her 5-5-2-5, and then I would put the rest of your gold heads into maxing out Zhuge. And then you kind of have the decision if you want to max out Boudica or if you want to max out Joan Prime. And I mean, I haven't used Zhuge yet, but I mean, just watching him in the open field, he is absolutely incredible. So I would say he's probably worth expertising and, you know, just using in the open field right away. And then pairing him with Boudica Prime is going to be really, really good. But I mean, if you saw my video about like my top marches in my last KVK, like Nevsky Joan was absolutely insane. Like they combined, they had over 20 million kills, I believe, which is just crazy. Like they had tons of kills, insane killing marches. So that's another thing you have to consider is how good, you know, Nevsky Joan really is. Hey, Ghost, what's up, man? Are there any good KVKs to watch right now either? Yeah, like what I was saying before, like this is better. I was using YSS primary before because I had all my gear there, and I was like, okay, I just need to take my gear off and put on my Ethel because this is stupid. So I did that, and now I'm trading better, but still like 16,000 power. So still get like too many 7 wounds for my main account, but it's more about getting the points. So I've killed 25 forts so far, which is pretty decent combined from both my accounts. So you say first Zhuge 5-5-1-1 with expertise YSG, after that work on Boudica. I would say that, yeah. Hey, Humayan, what's up? Yeah, for sure, Alex. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope that advice helped. I mean, there's a lot of advice out there, you know, so it's good to get, you know, perspective from different content creators and different people, because you know everyone has different aspects and you know, different ways to look at things. And I'm not an archer main by any means. Like, I really didn't even invest into archers until Boudica came out. And then once Boudica came out, I was like, okay, well now I have to invest into archers. And I had enough gold heads to do it, so I expertise right away, and now I use Boudica YSG. But I'm honestly going to have to bench YSG now and put Zhujiang in, run Boudica Zhujiang. I think that'll be really, really good. And then if I don't think I'm going to put YSG anywhere. So I actually could take one of his skills. I could take the skill damage bonus. Could also take his second skill, be really, really good on my Boudica. Get the rage and the archer attack bonus. Like that'll be crazy on Boudica Zhujiang. And same with the skill damage bonus. But I really want that second skill from Edward of Woodstock for the mark speed. I think that'll be a little bit better. But you know, it'll be really nice to see. You could even use the El Cid skill right here for the defense and march speed. Or even this 4 skill for more march speed. Like, there's lots of things I could do with Boudica. Is Guan Yu still good? I would say so. I don't know if I would say expertise him at this point. Like, I'm not going to put any more into him, even though I could try to get this 3rd skill to 5 and get the extra march speed, healing factor, attack. I just don't think it's worth it, in my opinion, for me to do that. But at this point, I don't know if I'd say to max out Guan Yu, because I think just going straight for Scipio, if you're entering KVK 4, going straight for Scipio Prime is the play for infantry. And, you know, running with Scipio, and you could run Scipio Met-Med, and you'd be totally fine doing that. Gainz, I always get bad trades with my Guan Scipio. Should I just do Scipio with Met-Med? You totally could. I mean, in my opinion, Guan Yu, like, people, I'd say, overestimate Guan Yu. He's not, like, you're not putting him on the field to do an insane amount of kills, is what I would say. Like, that's why you're running Scipio. Like, Scipio is the one doing the kills, not Guan. And I would say the reason why you're using Guan is for his silence. That's the main reason why you're using him, is to silence your enemies for 3 seconds. Like, that's absolutely huge to do. So I would say making sure you're realistic with what you're actually going to get from Guan Yu. He's not out there to do a ton of kills, because, you know, his skill factor is kind of low. But you meant 2000 isn't horrible, but his main aspect is for the silence, not for the damage. But yeah, if you just want plain damage output, Scipio with Met-Med is obviously going to be a lot better. And this is very far out. I think I'll do the same, swap YSG with Huge. Yeah, that's my plan. Alright, I gotta put a goal on here on stream. Goal is to hit 5,000 subs. I don't know if we're gonna hit it this stream. Oops. Alright, and then we're gonna make this smaller as well. Bear with me here. Whoops. Not mean to do that. Need background. There we go. Alright, I gotta make this smaller. Alright, we're gonna set that right there. Alright, and then we're just gonna periodically check this. Since I don't have like a what's it called? Like a live counter or whatever to like track how many I have, I'm just gonna keep on checking my phone every once in a while and just refreshing. So we are at 4944 out of 5,000. 4944. Alright, we're gonna do that same thing here. Alright, there we go. So we're just going to keep on checking that. There we go. I'll be my first season of Conquest KVK in a week. I have Alex, YSG, Nevsky expertise. Joan at 5115. Nice. With that said, would you recommend maxing Joan or focus Scipio Boudica? If you have her 5115, I would focus on getting your Scipio, because then you can run Scipio Alex instead of Alex YSG. I'm just assuming that's what you're running is Alex YSG if you mention those two. But I would definitely try to get your Scipio expertise, because that'd be a great pairing with your Alex, or you could even tie Met into there as well. I have 400 gold heads in KVK 1. What should I do? That's a good question. So I would say things that you should not do is going to be putting them into Richard. At this point, I would say don't put them into YSG either, which is hard for me to say. But the reality is you're going to be getting Season of Conquest commanders in KVK 3 now. So I don't even know why they're even calling it Season of Conquest commanders, because they're KVK 3 and up commanders now. Honestly, like, if you want to play for the late game, which I would recommend, is, you know, building up your account in the early stages of the game. So, you know, KVK 1 and 2, focusing on getting your tech and your, you know, your buildings up to level 25, trying to, like, max everything out. And then in KVK 4 is when you really want to focus on fighting. Unless you're, like, a big spender, fighting isn't going to be really your strong suit in KVKs 1 and 2. That's just the reality. Unless you're a big spender or medium spender, you're probably not going to be doing that great in the open field anyway. And you're just going to, you know, deplete your resources, your speed ups, which in my opinion, you should be using for, you know, furthering your account. That way you can be more of a help in KVK 2 or in KVK 3 and beyond, when you're going to have those Season of Conquest commanders. So if you're able to, you know, get your like your gold heads up and just keep on saving, you're going to be able to expertise those Season of Conquest commanders in, like, right when you enter, and you're going to have a huge advantage over people. So I would say focus on your epics and just focusing on getting your, like, your buildings and your tech up to try to get to T5. Save your gems. Don't max spin any wheels or anything like that. Get the commander unlocks, and that's about it. And then save your gold heads for, like, Zhuge Liang, for Scipio, for Nevsky, for Boudica, for Joan Prime. Those are really the 5 commanders that you should be, like, prioritizing in the game right now. I'd say those are, like, by far the top 5. Anything other than those 5, you shouldn't really even be considering. When we get in the push-up camera, that's what the donation spot is there for. So as we get more donations, that's going to be able to cover the camera, and, you know, just add revenue as well. That's what's going to go toward the new camera. I did have that stream where we, like, talked about the future of my channel, and a lot of people suggested, like, doing, like, a 10,000 subscriber, like get a camera at 10,000 subs. But to be honest, like, that is just too far away for me. I don't want to wait that long, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't want me to wait that long. And so I think, like, once the donations are able to cover a camera, that's when I'll get one and get it set up. Then obviously, like, every single donation I get post camera will be like a push-up kind of thing. So every dollar donation is going to be a push-up for me, which is really gonna suck on days like today when I did a push day and, like, my upper body is just absolutely destroyed. Like, my chest is killing me, my shoulders are killing me. It's just crazy. Been running Alex YSG. Okay, nice. Yeah. Do you think I should open my gold keys or wait for the new Civ that may come out? So that's where I'm kind of lost too, because they've been talking about the new Civ since January, and, you know, it's almost 5 months later now, and still no new civilization. So at this point, I don't know when they're going to put the new Civ into game, but I mean, as of right now, it's not anytime soon. Typically when they release the new Civ, they let you know pretty like close to when they're gonna do it, and, like, we've got no word for it. So I guess you could get away with probably opening them if you, like, need Met, for example, like you need him leveled up for KVK. Like, that would be a good way to, or that'd be a good way to do it, rather than putting gold heads into it. Because like in our experience with new civs, like the new commander just isn't really like, it isn't going to be meta changing unless it's like an insane like addition. It's probably going to be an epic commander, and you know, most of us have thousands of epic commander sculptures, so it doesn't really make sense to hoard your gold keys unless it's going to be like a brand new insane commander, which has never happened in terms of, you know, adding new civilizations. Like for example, Ragnar. Where is Ragnar at? I don't even know where he went. Right here. Like this was the new commander for the new Viking civilization, and like he's just horrible. There's no reason to invest in him. Versus like Bjorn is really good to KVK 1 and 2, but Ragnar is just complete trash. So what is the best long-term civilization? Germany, by far. Germany. Main reason why is because you're going to get AP recovery, you're going to get troop training speed, and cav attack. So this is really, really great for in between KVKs. Even during KVK, I've actually never changed from Germany. You know, the troop training speed is amazing. AP recovery is really, really good for free to play and low spenders. And the cav attack, like I run Barbarian Forts all the time, so having the extra cav attack is really, really helpful. Look at that, we got 2 to spawn right next to our city. Sick. We'll get rid of those right away. Sucks I'm gonna have to wait like 5 minutes for my farm march to get back. So we need Justin come once and you get it. Basically, yeah. Yeah, also speaking of Justin, I did add new emojis courtesy of Redline. So he sent me these, he made these and he sent them to me for me to add them. So now we have a Yoda 808 and a Yoda Let's Go sticker for our members. So if you guys are not a member yet, or have not been gifted a membership yet, membership started at I think $1.99 a month, super cheap. That way, you know, you guys are able to get these emojis and, you know, help be able to support me for a super low price if you wanted to. If you wanted to support me that way. So if you do want to join the membership, those emojis are there for you. I'll put all the other ones in here in the chat as well. Here we go. So these are all of our current emojis. As we get more members joining, we're gonna get more emojis available. I think I need 3 more to get another emoji. You know, as we have more people joining, the more emojis we're able to create. But at like certain points, they have like cutoffs where it's like, okay, you need like 4 more members to create a new emoji. So I'm to that point right now. I have like, I think 26 or so memberships. I think like I need 30 to make our next like set a tier of emojis. So I need like 4 more to get that next step to get more emojis. So hopefully we have some member joins this stream. That'd be awesome. But like I said, like starts at $1.99. Because I didn't want to make it super expensive. I know most channel memberships are like $4.99. I do have that option for people that wanted to go more expensive. But like I said, like I wanted it to be cheap for pretty much anybody to be able to afford it. You're a cav main. I started as an infantry main, and I kind of like a multi-player right now. Because, you know, I have Scipio, I have Nevsky, I have Boudica, but I also run Guan still. So I do have 4 marches. I have 2 infantry, 1 cavalry, and 1 archer. Only 4 sets of gear currently. I will be building out a 5th set. I really wanted to see where Zhu Lang was going to be in terms of the meta before I built out another set. And I was trying to see like what he'd be best like fitting in the field. And I was thinking that Nebu was going to be... Where is my Nebu? There he is. I was thinking Nebu was going to be the commander that he was going to be really, really good with. So I was debating on expertise in Nebu and pairing him with Zhu Lang and then keeping Boudica YSG and then running 2 archer commanders or 2 archer marches. But at this point, with how good Zhu Lang is with Boudica, I don't think I need to do that. And so now I'm able to wait for the new cav commanders, because I mean I'm assuming it's going to be like the new XY. And I'm hoping that we will get basically an XY replacement, which sucks that I even have him at level 60. But hopefully an XY replacement that I can then pair with William and get William finished up as well. Because I do have plenty of gold heads to basically invest in nearly 3 commanders right now, which is really, really awesome. So I'm really looking forward to that, to those new cavalry commanders. Hey, Justin in the chat. What's up, man? Justin, you see the emojis here? We got some Yoda 808 emojis in the chat. Hey, I appreciate that, dude. How's the fighting going? I saw you were down like 500 million power. Like, that's just insane. Yeah, 1.26, almost 1254. You gotta drop 10 million more power. You'll be 1254 billion power. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the donations, and they super appreciated that you donated those memberships. So we got Captain Hook, Riddick, Alex Marino, Kraken, and Ape Knight. Yeah, Justin, those are courtesy of Redline. I wanted to, you know, since you're such a supporter of YouTubers, especially rock YouTubers, I wanted to show my support too in having that emoji for you in here. Because, you know, you're a huge supporter of the channel, and I appreciate you so much. You know, being a smaller YouTuber, I don't make a ton of money here, and I want to be able to move here full time, in a, like, long-term future, and then potentially, you know, starting out my fitness channel, because, you know, I wanted to kind of separate my gaming and my fitness, because, you know, I am a personal trainer for my full-time job, and so I want to be able to move that onto online training, and, you know, starting my own YouTube channel for that. So all your donations help me get to that point, so I really appreciate it. A little slow today. I feel like it's been winding down from what I've seen. Like, the fields just aren't as big anymore. Right now we're in the Marauder encampment portion of pre-KVK. We overtook 1034. They mass trained a ton. Like, they had their whales train a ton of points. So now we're just finally getting past them again. Will you expertise Zuge, or do you think he's good at 5511 or 5551? I think he's good at those ranks. But I'm going to plan on expertising him because I think he's totally worth it. Hey, that one guy, what's up? What kingdom am I in? I'm in 1079. Yeah, so we're going to be fighting 1034 1v, as well as 1664's alliance that migrated into 1034, kind of merged into them, which now they're like one of the top, I think they're in the top 5 by power in the game right now. Justin, we need to show up for the push-up camp. Dude, if Justin shows up for that, like, my arm's going to fall off, I swear. But I will totally do it. If he donated $100, I would honestly do 2 push-ups for every dollar that Justin donated, just because he's Justin. It's funny. I was gonna do the Murph today for Memorial Day, but I actually had a really bad allergic reaction last night because my sister has a cat, and I'm severely allergic to cats, and I didn't realize that she was gonna have her cat. I was over at my parents last night, and the cat was there, and she locked him up, and it was fine for a couple hours. But then, like, when I was driving home, my eyes were swelling shut, my throat was swelling shut, and so, like, today, like, breathing is tough. You know, like, everything is tough because, like, my body's still recovering from that. And so I was like, yeah, I can't do. If you guys don't know what the Murph is, it's a 1 mile run followed by 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then followed by a second 1 mile run. So I was going to do that today, but just with my body not really cooperating, I decided it probably was not very smart to do that. So I just did a regular lifting workout today. Hey, Lelouch, what's up? Expertise, he just has his 4 skills sooner, basically. Yeah, honestly, that's worth it to get his skill popping off sooner and more frequently. Like, that's huge. How can you have that many accounts in one kingdom? I have a dedicated video to that. Basically, you just have to migrate your farm accounts in. So these are all my farm accounts. I just drained all of them, you know, of resources and sent them all to my main account. That's why I have so many right now. I sent like over 2 billion gold, which is huge. So I just drained all my farm accounts. Like you can see here, pretty much no resources left on my farms. Just what I've gathered in the last day. So yeah, I just drained all my farm accounts for resources, but I'm very low on food, wood, and stone still, which sucks. But yeah, so you just have to migrate these accounts in from other kingdoms. You have to create them in a second kingdom, get a passport, and then migrate them into this kingdom. What kingdom did 1v migrate to? They did not migrate. They had some people leave to like 1254 and other like mega Imperium kingdoms. But the kingdom 1664 had one of their alliance migrate to 1034. So 1034 took in a second alliance. Because you know they were basically a one alliance kingdom. And we allied with them last KVK, and they were fighting against 1664, which 1664's like top alliance was then going to be migrating into 1034. And so now, you know, they're in the same kingdom, and now they're like a top 5 kingdom in the game in terms of power. So, hey, we're both entering Lost Kingdom tomorrow. Nice. What kingdom are you in? These are the rankings right now. So the allies here, I gotta make a map for this yet, but ally is gonna be 1079, my kingdom, allied with 2112 and 1446, versus 1034, 1781, and 2050. And so the way this works out is we have 3 Imperiums or 3 borderline Imperiums, I should say, versus a Mega Imperium and 2 high A seeds. So 1781 and 2050 are high A seed. 1034 is like a top 5 in the game in terms of power, and then 1079, 2112, and 1446 are like right on the edge of Imperium and A seed. And so we'll probably all 3 of us drop Imperium fairly quickly. Not us though, because we're not going to have a fight until like 4 or 5 weeks into the KVK, which really sucks. They're going to have to wait that long for a fight. But on the bright side, we're going to have plenty of time to do some farming and AoE barbing and, you know, just load up on technology too, and like all the skills that we need for KVK, the auxiliary skills. So that'll be really good for us. So we'll be going in with like a ton more strength, and you know, be able to do quite a bit of fighting. And it works out really well for me too, because I'm actually going on vacation the week before we start fighting, which is nice that I won't be missing the first fight this KVK. I might have to take off work that first day though, just because I'm sure there's going to be a huge brawl. But yeah, it'll be a fun KVK. And yes, this is Orleans KVK. So this is the new Siege of Orleans KVK. Saying that like 1254 is in currently. Oops. Also, make sure you guys toss a like on this stream too. We got 60 people in here. We got 27 likes on the stream. I really appreciate it. It's totally free to play for you guys, and helps support the channel a ton, because it just helps YouTube algorithm push out the video more, because YouTube is very stupid about how they push out content. It's so annoying to try to figure it out, because it changes so often. Like what you need to do to get your content pushed out is just, it's crazy. You have 8 accounts in a single kingdom? Nice. Yes, you can have more than 2 in one kingdom. You can't make more than 2 in one kingdom. Like I can't go here and I can't make another account. I can only migrate accounts into this kingdom, so I can't make another account. Right, let's see where our subs are at right now. I'll check this like every 10 to 15 minutes. Oh, nice. We gained 6 subscribers already. We're 50 away. Holy crap. We could actually hit this in this live stream. That would be insane. We're at 49.50 now. 50 away. So make sure you guys share this with your friends. People in your kingdom, people in your alliance. Tell them to go subscribe, because we are 50 subscribers away from 5,000 subs, which is insane. You're signed up for KVK? Nice. And Ghost, no, I did not max Siege Lang yet. I'm waiting for another wheel, because I want to get as much gem value out of him as possible. Because this next wheel, I'm not going to have anybody to spin, because we're going to have an infantry wheel, which I don't have any infantry players that I need spun. Like I could spin CJ, but I just don't need CJ. I don't want CJ. And so there's no reason for me to max Zhuge Liang and then not have anybody to spin next wheel. So I'm just going to keep him here and then spin him next wheel. When does YSG come into dailies? That's a good question. I know he's in dailies eventually, but I mean, I feel like it's fairly early on that he comes into dailies. But that's a good question. I'm not quite sure. Also, speaking of commanders, have you guys done this before? The commander recharge rewards? Yeah, Ghost, he will be on it because since he's a new commander, he's like on the first 3 wheels. So I'm going to be spinning him again. Not max spinning, probably spinning to like 45 spins. And then getting value there because the wheel after that I will be able to spin. Actually, I guess I don't have any archer commanders I need to spin besides like Cyrus, which I don't really need. So I guess I could wait until like we're gonna fight until I expertise Zhuge Liang because I'm honestly really in no rush to expertise him. I guess I could put some skills on him here. See where we can take him. Almost to 5-5, almost to 5-1-1-1. So that'll give us some extra damage for when we're doing AoE barbing when we enter KVK tomorrow. Which I don't know if I'll be able to stream that because I think I work. Let's see, how late do I work tomorrow? I think I have a late day tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, no, I work until 9 p.m. so I don't think I'm gonna be able to stream entering KVK, unfortunately. What combo I'm gonna use for Zhuge Liang? I'm gonna use Boudica Zhuge Liang. He comes in dailies a bit after his wheel. Okay, that's good to know. No, Thun's Gun Pro. I'm not planning on spinning Sargon. Or Sargon, whatever you call him. Where is he? This is like my biggest regret in the game right now. Like honestly bigger than putting gold heads into Cleo. Because like this just hurts. Seeing him 5-4-1-1. How many heads have I put into him? 150. I spun 150 to get 150 heads. That's insane. I spun like minimum 70 to 90,000 gems worth into him. Probably more than that actually. Probably over 100,000 gems into Sargon, and I'm not planning on using him ever. I mean, I guess I could if I hadn't unlocked this last skill. Like I even said when he first came out, I was like, honestly, like without the last skill, he could actually be really good. But once you unlock this last skill, you have to expertise him, and I just don't want to expertise him. So yeah, that's really tough. But I just don't really have anywhere I want him. I guess I could put him with Guan, but right now I'm using Guan Alex, and it's just not that much of an upgrade. Like he's not exponentially better than Alex. You got 3 devices subbed to me. I appreciate it, man. During KVK 1 in the off season, probably during KVK 1 for the YSG. Now we're slowing down a lot. So why do we have so many with like 3 or 4 people in them? I don't get that. Well, we're at 30, which is nice. Yeah, it should be during KVK. Also, I finally got some new music added to this. My last stream, we were kind of just hanging out and I was testing out some new music, so we added some new music to the stream, which is nice. Everything is coming so early now. Yeah, they're really expediting the late game, which honestly isn't a bad thing. Like I honestly like it because, you know, they're bringing Season of Conquest commanders, the KVK 3, which is basically tech-free KVK 4. Like that's insane. And it's honestly nice that they're speeding up the game that much. Saladin and Alex are coming on dailies in the early KVK 2 during Saladin MG and Alex wheel. Well, Saladin isn't even on the Mightiest Governor anymore. He's on the Wheel of Fortune. They're like putting El Cid on. I think El Cid is on the Mightiest Governor now instead of Saladin, which really makes no sense to me. I don't really get that. Did you see 1916 lost her KVK? I didn't hear that, no. I feel like that kingdom has gone downhill quite a bit though, ever since like wasn't who was in there? Isn't there a content creator that was in that kingdom? I can't remember. Up to 49.53 now. KVK3 does have that alliance tech though. Yeah, but it's not crystal tech. It's not technology you have to spend for. That's my point. Like crystal tech is very different than KVK3 tech. I actually like loved KVK3 tech because everybody had the same tech. Later is the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is always on the second day of the Mightiest Governor, so in 8 days. So it'll be what, June 6th, next Tuesday for me. So I have to finish thoroughly on my main account. I was doing some last night and it was so annoying. Like, people just don't understand how to play. KVK3 is the most boring KVK. Good thing they added Season of Conquest to spice it up. I agree. I absolutely hated KVK3. I thought it was the worst KVK by far. Because there's just so little fighting. And like they used to allow, like if you were a brand new kingdom, they would allow you to have Season of Conquest commanders in like the last week, like during Kingsland, the last week of like the KVK. Because like I remember my first time playing KVK 3, like I didn't even realize those commanders existed, and they were popping up in the field and I was like, what the heck are these commanders? Like I've never seen this before. And so then I looked it up and I was like, this, like I don't even have access to this commander. How are these people using it? And it was like a glitch, or not a glitch, it was like just a wording thing with Lilith. It was like kingdoms like past X amount of days, like 100 or like 200 something days was allowed to use this commander, and then like it allowed people to use Season of Conquest commanders. Like Attila was available. This was the commander I saw in the field and I was like, what is this commander? They were rallying with him too, and all we had was Charles YSG and Charles Constantine to defend, and they were using like Attila Takeda and just absolutely destroying us, because it used to say like can be used in X amount of days. Now it says KVK 3 and beyond, so season 3 and later, which is insane still. But yeah, people were using like Attila Takeda and we had nothing to defend it because we were literally using KVK 2 commanders and getting wrecked. But now they fixed it to Season of Conquest, and now it's season 3 and beyond. And like even like the best commanders in the game right now, you can use in season 3 now. So that's crazy. Salon was on the first couple of MGs in my KVK 2 kingdom. Next one is the new change. Oh, the next KVK is the new one. Gotcha. I like turtles. I love that vine. It's like the zombie kid. I like turtles. I think they shouldn't have done Season Conquest commanders in KVK 3. Maybe they should have just reverted the KVK 3 change where Guan was moved to Season of Conquest. Leaving Guan in KVK 3 allows people to have progression path to Season of Conquest when you get Scipio. It's a disadvantage of new players, but at least they'll learn the gap between Season of Conquest and pre-Season of Conquest. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I do understand, like, for newer players, it's, like, really tough. Because, you know, it's, like, they don't have access to the commanders yet. Like, entering KVK 3, but the nice thing is that they get those commanders an entire KVK sooner. So that when they enter, you know, Season of Conquest, it's not as big of a bridge as they had before, where it was like KVK 3, you still didn't have access to those commanders, and then Season of Conquest, you're kind of just thrown right into it, and then everybody has them. Versus in KVK 3, only like 50 people can have those commanders, and so it kind of eases you into Season of Conquest, which I think is really good. Because before it was like nothing, and then thrown like straight into like the mix. It's like if you were teaching a kid how to swim, and instead of starting him in the kiddie pool, you just throw him right in the deep end. Like, that's not typically how you teach people how to swim, right? And so, like, I feel like that's what they're doing with KVK 3 now, is they are kind of just throwing them in the kiddie pool first, like teaching them how to swim, and then letting them go into the deep end in KVK 4. So, like, the kiddie pool is 50 people with Season of Conquest, and then the deep end is everybody has Season of Conquest commanders, right? That's kind of the analogy I would give for that. Irido, what's up, dude? How you doing? It's good to see you again, man. It's been a while. I know I messaged you the other day, but I haven't seen you in a stream in a minute. It's good to see you. How's your kingdom doing? Have you seen the videos where they throw a baby in the pool so it floats? Seems effective. That's how you teach a kid how to swim. I mean, like, it's tough to watch, but like that's literally how you do it. Like, if they don't learn how to survive on their own, they're not gonna be very good at surviving, right? It's kind of like teaching a kid how to ride a bike. You got to watch them fall a couple times before they learn how to do it, right? Which, I mean, I don't have kids yet, but that'll be a tough thing for me to do, is like, okay, I'm gonna throw them in the pool now and just let them figure it out. Maybe if they put the immigrants number down. Yeah, it's weird because I don't know if I still have the system mail, but they actually increased the number of people that were allowed to go into KVK 3. Like, they used to have it at 30, and then they moved it to 50, I believe. Can't remember if it's in this one or not. Let's see. Not there. That's Champions of Olympia. Oh, maybe it's this one here. So, after your kingdom enters Season 1, the commander reward for the Mightiest Governor will change to El Cid sculptures instead of Saladin. Let's see, where's the migration? Oh, here's the daily special bundle. You can select Saladin, Alexander the Great, or Edward as a daily special after your kingdom has been in KVK 2 for a period of time. So it doesn't say how long. Okay, here we go. Cross-season immigration. Kingdoms in Season 2 will be able to accept 50 cross-season immigrants from up to 30. This change will take effect in Kingdom 3057, all kingdoms created after it. Before the update, kingdoms will only be able to accept 30 cross-season immigrants. The 20 extra quota slots will be available after 14 UTC. Kingdoms in Season 3 will no longer be able to accept any cross-season immigrations, down from 30. Okay, so you can no longer immigrate to KVK 3, but you can go to KVK 2, play KVK 2, and then be in KVK 3. So that's how it works now. You can't actually migrate to KVK 3, which I'm not surprised they did that, because people would just keep on migrating back to KVK 3, playing a Crystal Tech free KVK, and then migrating right back and doing it again. So now they're making you go through KVK 2, being one of the 50 migrants, and not allowing you to go back to KVK 3. So that's interesting. You've been good, been busy with real life, just got back on the grind with pre-KVK, and 1612 right now. Nice. Who's in your KVK right now? Yeah, Kusher, thanks for joining, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, video games. 50 for KVK 2, 0 for KVK 3. Hey, what's up, Ghostly? Alright, I gotta find another Marauder encampment. We're closing in on our 40. Eventually, I might have to go onto my other farm accounts and kill off these regular Barbarian Forts, just so that more of these Marauder ones can spawn. Also, if you guys don't do this when you join 1+1 rallies on your farms, use like Matilda or someone in the secondary so you can basically like get 30% more troops. You have to fight against OV for this KVK. That's funny, we have to fight against 1V this KVK. Gods don't seem to be in our favor, but our pre-KVK activity looks good. That's nice. Yeah, we're winning pre-KVK right now. We were down like 300 million in the training stage, and then we like made up that deficit in our last training buff, like right before reset, and then we overtook them, or they passed us again like right at the end. So they were still ahead going into stage 3, and now after just about one day of stage 3, we're up over 120 million points. They were like toe and toe with us during our downtime, but now during our uptime and their downtime, we like completely passed them up. Like we're up 120 million points now, over 120 million, which would be expected. Like we have a lot more players than they do, so they I feel like they expected us to do that. I feel like everybody expected 1079 to win pre-KVK, kind of like our last KVK. Like everybody expected 1307 to win because they had the biggest activity, they had the most amount of players. Like it'd be shocking if they lost pre-KVK, which they almost did. Like we almost beat them, which was a crazy feat in itself, that we were neck and neck with them for a while. But now it's kind of vice versa. Now we're expected to win pre-KVK because, you know, we have a lot of high power players and activity people, active people. 79 still looking good for pre-KVK. Yeah, remember the grind against 307. Yeah, seriously. I mean, we've been slowing down. Actually, not as much now. We were like between 10 and 15 Marauder encampments in S, but now we're back to that like 20 and up now. But I have opened like 7 of these today, 7 or 8 since this morning. I woke up and I think we had 3, and then went to work, worked out, got back on when I got home, and I had another 3, and I had another 4. So yeah, 7 total, which is really nice. Lots of speed ups, which will come in handy this KVK because I'm worried more about my resources than I am my speed ups. I might actually have to dig into my bag quite a bit this KVK. What other kingdoms are in this KVK? So we got 3 Imperiums on our side, including us. So we got 3 like borderline Imperiums. So 1079, 2112 is also barely Imperium, and then 1446 is barely Imperium. So we're all like right on the edge of Imperium and upper A seed. And then 1034 is like a mega Imperium right now. They're like top 5 in total kingdom power in the game. And then we got 1781, which is a high A seed, and 2050, which is like a mid to high A seed. So I believe this was like the totally agreed upon allies, as far as I'm aware. I feel like it's probably the most fair too, because, you know, 3 smaller Imperiums versus a mega Imperium and 2 A seeds. Like I feel like that's the fairest you're gonna get. I think if you gave 1034, like if it was us in 1034 along with like another A seed, I think that would be too unfair. So I think this is the fairest matchup that we could get, in my opinion. There were some other people like on Facebook that were like, I feel like 1034 should have like 1v all, which is like, that makes no sense. There's no way they could win 1v all. Like no offense to them, there's no way 1079 could even do that. And you know, we have a lot more activity than 1034. We just don't have as many mega whales. Hey, what's up, Mohammed from Indonesia? I have a lot of viewers from Indonesia. It's interesting. I think I actually have more viewers from Indonesia than I do from America, where I'm from, which is really funny. It's also interesting because, like, isn't English like a second language in Indonesia? Or am I ignorant on that? I thought there was like Indonesian that people spoke there, unless I'm wrong. You're heading into Siege of Orleans? Nice. Yeah, we are too. I'm excited for the auxiliary skills. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I've never done Siege of Orleans before, but I'm definitely ready for it. I mean, like I said, I got the speed ups. I don't have a ton of healing. I'll have to do some AoE barbing to get the healing speed ups up. I basically use all my training speed ups for pre-KVK. And then resources, like in my bag, I'm good, but open, I'm not very good. I'm really good on gold, but the rest I'm not really that confident in. Any farming tips? I have a video dedicated to that, to like farming, how I manage my 7 farms. If you look up Gainz Gaming Farming, I guarantee it'll pop up. I have like 2 videos. I have like how to optimize your farms, and I also have like how I manage my 7 farms. I would highly encourage you to check out that video, because that'll be like a huge help for you if you're looking at getting better at farming, or just, you know, prioritizing your farms more, and making them work a little bit better. So I would highly encourage you to go check out that video. YGG Endless is an Indonesian content creator in 1v. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. I'll have to check that out, because I'm sure he'll be covering this KVK then too. How many subscribers does he have, do you know? I'll have to look him up. Why not use the resource from the bag then if you're low on resources? I just don't want to open them all, because people know I'm a hoarder. I hoard stuff in this game. So I like to look at like my bag and be like, okay, I'm secure having this many resources. And like I have these 2 to open up. So like, plus I haven't opened anything on my farm accounts since I got to, or since like a couple months ago. So I still have like everything in my bags in my farm accounts. So worst case scenario, I'll just open all those before I open on my main, because I don't like opening stuff in my bag on my main account. That's just something I just don't like to do. So like I said, I do have like some stuff on my main account here. 6.35k on his channel, nice. He's got more than I do. But yeah, so I got plenty of these from Marauder Forts. Some pick ones I can open up. I also have a lot of other stuff to open up too. I said when we hit 5,000 subs, I would do like a open everything stream, which looks like it'll be sooner rather than later. My goal was to hit it before June. Well, actually, my goal for this year was to hit 5,000, and we might do it halfway through the year. So that would be insane if we could do that. Yeah, we are, what, 44 subs away? I admire the dedication you have for those farm accounts. It's kind of my thing now. I mean, that's one thing people know me about, or know about me, is my farm accounts. Like, it's funny, but it's true. Like, people in 1079, they're like, Gainz and his farm accounts are going at it again. Because, like, they'll see me, like, rallying 6 Barbarian Forts on my farm accounts. And just, you know, cycling through for 5 minutes and, like, killing 5 Barbarian Forts at a time on my farm account. Which, you know, it adds up a lot, so it's definitely worth the extra time, in my opinion. Have I heard of 2655? I have not. Or an AC Kingdom? But yeah, you know, I do stay very active on all my farm accounts, that's for sure. Oh, you can't see it anymore. Oh, this is S, not F. I'm gonna say I drained all my farm accounts the other day. which more than doubled my resources, which is awesome. How much time do I play per day and spend on my farms? Not as much as you'd think. I mean, I spend more I spend more time if I'm doing Barbarian Forts on them. But if I'm just like logging in to like quickly send my farmers out, it's like 5 minutes a day tops total on all my farm accounts, because I do it really quickly. It's a lot faster on my phone than it is on my PC. But typically, like, I mean, if I'm on my PC, I'll also do travels, since it's a lot faster. If you guys haven't seen the hack, maybe I haven't done it on my third farm yet. I'll take a look here. I'll show you guys how to do it really quickly, like traveling on your farm account. If you guys haven't seen my short on it, I did post a short on how to do it. I've not logged on here in a little while, so you can see. Alright, so we can do it here. So basically you're just going to hit travel, you're going to spam the enter key, and boom, it's got through all your travels immediately. I max this out every single day, and after that I don't really log on it again. So I make sure I do my daily technology donation, collect the territory bonus, which is really nice in this alliance. Which is kind of the benefit of being active, is that I get to be in this alliance. And on top of that, like the Barbarian Forts, I do Barbarian Forts on this account as well. Let's see how many Barbarian Forts I've killed on this one. Yeah, 155. So I've done at least 155 on all my farm accounts combined. Or not combined, each. Plus I always do the dispatch as well. So it's more time like right before reset, and then right after reset is typically when I spend the most time on it. Otherwise, like I'll log on like right before I go to bed to send farmers out, make sure I have something in the gold pit, and then also like I don't really go on during the day at all on my farm accounts, but I do log on like right before I go to bed, and sometimes like in the morning I try to log on and send farmers out. This is the one I pushed with the strategic reserve, if you guys remember that, and took first place with that. So I have a lot more stuff on this account. And 1 second, my wife is calling me. Alright, so my wife is home, or just getting home, so I'm going to be ending the stream here. I have to help her unload groceries. So I'm going to be raiding Lambo's stream. So he is covering the 1254 KVK currently. So I'm going to end the stream here. We're going to raid Lambo. So if you guys don't know Lambo yet, he is another Rise of Kingdoms content creator. So make sure you guys say hi. You can say like Gainz sent you, Gainz raid. I'll say something in there right away as well. But thanks for everybody who joined the stream. And thank you guys again for supporting the channel and helping me get closer to that 5,000 subscriber mark. So looking forward to seeing you guys in my next stream, hopefully in the next couple days when we enter KVK. But once again, thank you guys for being here and supporting me. We are going to go into Lambo's stream here, so make sure you guys say Gainz raid.